Hello, Dr. Lamb, Sierra Lai here, and I'll continue my subject on the coronavirus. And I have some articles here to support what I'm saying because I didn't do a PowerPoint. I'm assuming you want us to have something to support what we're talking about. I'm going to keep it as quick, try to keep it short. This article right here is called "Stimulus Payments Are Sent to 127 Million So Far." I was amazed when I seen this. That's a lot of people. Have some highlights in here. According to this article, which was written by Jessica Minton, USA Today paper, it states that about $325 billion have been paid out to people. And it says, are more payments coming? The answer, according to this article, is yes. And it says the economic impact payments will continue to roll out in batches to millions of Americans in the coming weeks via direct deposits through the mail as paper checks or debit cards, the IRS says. This little short mini article right here, I got this one because it talks about small businesses, pretty much saying how they weren't left behind and they were covered too. And it's stating right here, it's called 2-month extension for pandemic aid is what it's called. And right here I have it highlighted. It says, Congress gave final approval on Thursday to a 2-month extension of the Paycheck Protection Program, a popular federal loan program for small businesses, as well as giving the Small Business Administration an additional 30 days to process loans submitted before the new May 31st deadline. So I thought that was very, very generous. This article here is called Travel-Starved Americans Are Scrambling to Book Vacations. And although I don't get out as much as I would like to, I can totally understand how they feel because I am bored to death. Michigan was already born before the pandemic started. This article is from New York Times. Oh, and by the way, everything I have here was last month, 26th. And so we're like maybe a month later or so. This article was written by Deborah Kamen, and I have some things here highlighted as well. I'm going to read them. It says, when President Biden said in a national address earlier this month that barbecues and in-person get-togethers might be possible for July 4th holiday, many Americans became hopeful that they might reclaim another summer tradition, the vacation. So this article is pretty much saying, there's people saying, we cannot wait we will go anywhere because we are so desperate to enjoy life. There's an older couple in here who's saying that, they're used to saving their money, but this pandemic woke them up because they lost friends, and now their view is life is too short. Let's enjoy some of the money that we save, which I can see how they would have that point of view because I lost a family member who was pretty much rich and she died of cancer, so I can see where that new perspective would change. People are choosing to travel, domestic travel over international, which makes sense. It's safer. And it states right here that people who want to travel, who wants to take that risk and, who wants to just get out, they are discounted. They are discounted, and if they change their mind, they get their money back with no penalties. But like I said, this is a month old. It could be different now. Maybe, I don't know. It shouldn't be, but possibly. And this last article right here is called, As Vaccinations Rise, COVID Testing Slumps is Not a Good Idea. And this is also New York Times. I believe David Leonhardt is the author of this, from what I'm seeing. And this right here is pretty much talking about, take this paper clip off. This right here is pretty much talking about how, people have pretty much decided, okay, testing is not necessary anymore because we have the vaccine now. And it's stating that hospitals are even, they're not testing people like they used to. Now they're just giving people the vaccine. And it states right here, it says the test, Citigroup, by the way, is trying to pitch in and help people continue to get tested. And it says the test that Citigroup is giving costs about $5 each when bought in large quantities. A nationwide program of universal mass testing for unvaccinated people would probably cost a few $billions a week, which, again, is much less than the cost of extended shutdown. So it's pretty much saying that if people would, follow the, just play it safe, wear their mask, continue to get tested and make sure they're not spreading it, get the vaccine, then it would be a lot less, it would be a lot cheaper compared to having another shutdown. That's what this is trying to state. And that's all I have for this subject. And my thoughts about it, it's neutral. I've heard that the vaccine is effective, but I also heard that it's not effective. My sister sent me an article about a girl who contracted the coronavirus the second time. She contracted it 3 weeks after getting the vaccine, and that was her second time contracting it. And there was a nurse on YouTube when the vaccine first came, shortly after the vaccine came out, was a nurse on YouTube who said that half her face, if not half her whole body, was paralyzed after taking the vaccine. And it probably wore off. It probably was a temporary side effect, but it's very, very scary. It's too scary if you ask. For me, it's too scary. So my thoughts on it is a vaccine, is it necessary? I can't say yes or no, but what I do know, what I'm almost sure of, is if everyone from the beginning would have wore their mask and 6 feet and stayed in the house as much as possible, then we could have wrapped this whole pandemic thing up months ago. That's what I think. From doing the math, from what I know, just what it seems like to me. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video, at least a little. This is my first YouTube video. Thank you for pushing me to start my first YouTube video. And I hope I did well. Thank you. Bye.